All right, guys. Welcome to the show. And today we are once again joined by special guest Flavio. And I just want to say welcome to the show, everybody. Sorry for my tardiness, but I had to make a trip to the vet. We were able to get Fox back today. As you guys know, last couple of days he was hospitalized. Trying to get he has kidney problems. Obviously, he's a 21-year-old and he has a lot of health problems. So I think he's a little bit more stable now, and we were able to bring him home tonight. So we had to run up to the vet, pick him up at 7 o'clock. So thank you for bearing with me and allowing me to start the show a little bit later than usual today.
Was the bill okay?
Was the bill okay?
Yeah. How long have you been at the? Yeah, I was afraid when you picked him up. It'd been there a while, probably a few days.
Yeah, he'd been there a couple days, and they give you about a $250 deposit just to take him in and just to be seen, and then you gotta give him another deposit. Basically a deposit that's the cost of a mortgage payment.
Is it that bad?
So yeah,
Oh my god.
and that's just to keep him for a couple days, and luckily when we went back today, it was just a couple $100 more than that deposit, so it wasn't horrendous, but let's just say that we were still paying off the last hospital stay from back in, like, what was it, October, November, the last time he was there. So
Yeah, so it's pretty bad. I guess that's why my nephew has pet insurance. His place of employ offered it. I guess maybe that's why.
I've been wondering about that for years, man. Like I've been asking like that since, I don't know. My wife and I, like I said, we've been married since 2005, right? And I've always wondered about that because we never had kids. So, like, the cats, they're our kids. And I'm like, hey, is there such thing as pet insurance? Because if they have human insurance, why not have pet insurance? Because
Yeah.
the cost of taking care of pets are about as financial straining as having, and it's not just for kids. I mean, if you walk into a doctor's office just to put your name on the dotted line and they're going to bill you just for that.
Yeah.
Even if you walk out of the
Just to show.
doctor's office and you're not even seen, you've been sitting in the doctor's office for 6 hours, emergency room, and you've been sitting for 6 hours, 8 hours, and you never even get seen, just by putting your name on the line to be seen, they're going to bill you like $800 just for that, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's necessary. Hey, bums, bud. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. So it's absolutely necessary to have, insurance for your pets as well.
I assume you can get it yourself then. Like it's not like with health insurance where you're better off getting it through your job. I don't know if pet insurance is that much cheaper through his job than going out. I've never looked for it because I haven't had a pet since it's been invented.
Well, I would think that like something like Chewy would probably offer, pet insurance. And in fact, I think Chewy might actually be my day 4 sponsorship on my sponsorship drive. I think I'm gonna probably put up Chewy because, oh my God, we probably keep Chewy in business alone, man. Between all the cat litter, the food, the mail.
Is all that stuff cheaper at Chewy than at the store, or is it just a convenience of getting it delivered, or a little both? I haven't had a pet since
I'd say both.
Okay,
but
it's funny. You first said Chewy, I started thinking about Chewbacca, Star Wars. What the hell are you talking? I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's that pet website. Because I haven't had a pet since they had pet, even since pets.com. It's been that long.
That's funny.
So I haven't looked into any of these. Oh, every once in a while I think about getting a cat, and I'll look at like, don't they have like self-cleaning kitty litter boxes? But I've heard mixed results with those. Some cats will not use them at all. Some cats are scared of them, right?
We've had multiple of those, and we used to have one that was actually physically connected to the toilet.
Really?
And it actually goes through the little tubes, and then it goes into the toilet, which was awesome. And you're like, hey, we never have to, scoop the litter ever again. But the cats, when they jump out of the litter box, I mean, they're still dragging the litter crystals all over the floor. So I mean, it's still as messy as having actual litter boxes and whatnot, and the brown or the gray silver litter. So it's not like it's any better really.
And you still put litter in those?
Yeah. It's blue crystals. It's not the same as the gray one, but
you have to replace those periodically, I assume. Yeah.
No, I mean the blue crystals, they're reusable. So like the old litter boxes, the self-cleaning ones, it like used to shoot down water, so it actually cleaned the litter. So
interesting. So you wouldn't, not even like once a year. When I said periodically, I'm like, well, not like daily, weekly.
So it was like they called them a cat genie. And those things were like $400 or $500 back in the day. Those were like what, back in 2010s, I think we had those. Something like that.
Yeah, I've been out of the game for so long. I was a kid last time I had a pet. And I keep thinking about getting one, and then I keep thinking about not, because I don't want to deal with any of it. Like the dogs, maybe if you can train them, but it seemed like our dogs always wanted to go out to potty in the middle of the night. And I'm like, I don't miss waking up to do that, or having to walk them a couple times a day, even though it's probably good exercise. Then cats, every cat I ever had would love to hide their hairballs behind furniture and stuff, and you'd find them mostly. I'm not. Then you have the kitty litter. Like, there's no good place to put it that you don't smell it.
And then
it's a tough thing. So I've been too lazy to get one.
Absolutely.
I'd probably go with a cat though if I did. Not 4 cats. I definitely start with 1. Work my way up, but 2 would probably be good, because I have several friends, at least 2, so they can play and cuddle with each other and stuff, especially if you're out like at work or whatever a lot.
Right. So today's sponsor.
Oh yeah. Chewy.
I want to shout out Mantech International.
Oh yeah. So yeah, man.
So why this week am I shouting out these different companies? So on Monday it was Lockheed Martin Corporation, and on Wednesday it was Raytheon, and today it is Mantech International, or simply Mantech. Now, why did I choose these in particular companies? Blue Chew.
Yeah, I almost said that, because when I said Chewy, and I'm like, that's the right company, right? And I'm like, Blue Chew? No, that's the male, some kind of male enhancement of some kind.
Hey, I will freaking shout out Blue Chew too, man. I keep seeing those Darren commercials every time on YouTube, man. So like everybody, and you think like it would be like a Rafael Palmeiro baseball, hey, I take Viagra type of commercial or something, man. But no, like there's women like on there shouting out Blue Chew, like, but no, man. Hey, if they want to sponsor me, I will freaking go all freaking day and call out that stuff, whatever.
But Thomas did advertise for one of those.
Who did?
Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie, and I'm trying to think of the other athletes. It wasn't Blue Chew, but it was one of those. They just say it vaguely, male enhancement. It could be a testosterone thing. It could be something else. I don't know. They just say male enhancement, where all the guys are supposed to think sex, of course. But yeah, some kind of sex.
But these companies, all 3 of them, I work for these companies overseas, and today the sponsor, or the company I would hope would one day see this video and would hope to sponsor my channel, Mantech. Now, what is Mantech? Or what is the industry focus of Mantech? Well, they are similar to a Raytheon. They are similar to a Lockheed Martin. They specialize in, cybersecurity, which, of course, IT. They have a main focus in, AI and data analytics, which, my background, logistics and warehousing. So if you are a warehouseman in the Army, or, you are a unit supply specialist or something like that.
Yeah.
If you have big thing, security clearances, if you have a secret clearance, top secret, something like that, big deal with these overseas contracting companies. Definitely look into these government contracting, big opportunities to make some serious money, even if you don't go overseas. The huge opportunities, even stateside, to roll in some big dough. So definitely look into these type of contracting companies. They love their military. So And I think these companies actually get bonuses from the government by hiring, service members. So yeah, so it's an added bonus if you are, a service member and you are ETSing, you're getting out of the army, and you're looking for, some kind of civilian work. These are companies to look into. So
civilian work, but still military adjacent, especially if you're torn. Maybe you're not ready to leave, or maybe you are, but you're not. Or like you said, maybe you're sick of traveling and you want to come home with family. You can get some state jobs. And logistics is huge in the military, isn't it? I mean, moving people and all the things that the people need across the world, all the different bases and stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, engineering is obviously engineers. I mean, come on. Engineering is about just as important as cybersecurity, man. If you are a mechanic, obviously, if you work in the motor pool and you work on Humvees, LMTVs, PLSs, MATVs, MRAPs, RG31s, 33s. I don't know if they still work on those. I imagine they have. I know when I was back in Afghanistan, RG31s, 33s, they were selling those to coalition forces. The MATV MRAPs is what the military was using, but they need their mechanics. So
need an engineering degree just to deal with all the acronyms, probably, huh? It's like a whole spew.
But that's obviously something. Obviously national security is big. That is one of the main industry focuses is national security. So national security and defense, obviously. So federal civilians. So
physical information, all kinds of security, right? Like you mentioned, cybersecurity. So for you computer nerds like me, go into cybersecurity or something.
Of all the contracting companies I work for, I spent the most years working for Mantech. I have the most knowledge of all the companies because of the amount of years I spent with Mantech. And, from 2011 to, mid 2014, 3.5 years, I spent in Afghanistan. I mean, I worked all over Afghanistan. It was, to me, at that time, it was probably my favorite job. I think I accomplished the most. And man, it was special. Like I said, being the only logistician at my site and basically doing the work of 10 logisticians by myself.
Yeah.
And what was kind of interesting is, once they moved me from my site and I went to a different site, because for years I'd been asking for help, but they didn't have the manpower. What they claim they didn't have the manpower to switch me out, right? But when they did switch me out, they replaced me. They had 3 other guys come in to take my spot, and I came back later on off of leave, and I passed through my location in Shindan Air Force Base in southwest Afghanistan, which is just above Kandahar, and I kind of felt bad because the 3 guys that replaced me, like they were telling me that they were struggling like crazy. And I'm like, man, I kind of felt bad, but I felt good about myself because 3 guys were struggling mightily to do like what I was doing by myself for years. So it just shows you how talented, for lack of a better word, that I was at my job. So, but man, I missed that job. Like I really enjoyed what I was doing out there.
Do they have any jobs stateside? Well, you said Mantech does.
Oh yeah. Mantech, they're all over the place.
What if I'm lazy, right? Like I am. I want to work from home. Do they do any of this work from home, or the government?
I'm pretty sure they have hybrid positions. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of these companies now have hybrid positions. And you work in the IT field, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see that as well. So
yeah, because unless I have to physically plug in the servers or whatever, I can do everything remote. Have you thought about going back to like a Mantech or something like that, or it's too fun being retired, probably?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have a Lockheed Martin here in Louisville, but I don't think they have Mantech out here.
Oh, okay.
So I would probably go if I were to work for any company here in Louisville. It'd either be Mantech, or I'm sorry, not Mantech. It'd be either Raytheon, the company I actually came to Kentucky for, or it would be Lockheed Martin. So, all right, let me come back here, guys. I know I'm missing some comments here.
Yeah, you haven't been missing. There's some you haven't been missing. I don't know why people like to come in here and talk about sharding. I don't know if that. I guess at least it's not some weird LGBTQ gay thing, but sharding's a pretty common one too. I don't know if the people who bounce around live streams have poor diets or something.
So who's next?
Broccoli.
So what is Nugget X?
Oh, Nugenix. It was the Blue Chew. Yeah, Blue was the Blue Chew precursor that I remembered Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie. I can't remember the others. Steve Dave, which I like. I'm going to call him Steve Dave. Steve or Dave came up with. But I'm trying to think of if there's some other people. I'm Steve Dave. That's a good name together. Kind of reminds me of. Have you seen Multiplicity? I think it was called. Michael Keaton clones himself.
I know the movie. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I probably saw scenes of it, but I don't think I've ever seen like the entire movie or anything.
I think because he basically clones himself to make a second. Because I think he's running like a contracting business, like building homes, remodeling. He just didn't have enough time to do that and be at home and all this other stuff. So I forget how he got a clone machine or whatever, if he built one, but it's not important, right? The shtick is the clone. The first clone's really good, and then that clone gets busy, so that clone clones himself. So now we have a clone of a clone, right? And eventually I think they get to a third clone, and that clone is off. And I don't know if the character's name was Steve, but I remember that one clone saying, "I like pizza, Steve." And he takes a piece of pizza and he folded it into a wallet, put it in his pocket. Because he was a clone of a clone of a clone, I think, at that point, right? And so, of course, he was not quite right. I like pizza, Steve. But, yeah, Nugenix. I think there's other athletes, too, but it's kind of comical. I've never actually looked them up to see what it is that they're promising, what kind of chemicals or supplements these really are. Like, what's in Blue Chew? I know a lot of people now that I'm getting older, it is kind of a concern, but it's not necessarily for sex. It's for other things. But a lot of people have testosterone. If you have low testosterone, I don't know why they say that, but they'll say it T. Like people have to be ashamed that they're taking testosterone. Do you have low T, or do they think, is it hard to say testosterone? I don't get it. That's one of our main hormones that, well, I mean, women have it too, but it's a little more important for a guy. But I don't think they can just give you testosterone like in an over-the-counter thing, so it must not be that. I don't know what they are, though. I'm kind of curious. I don't think you can. You don't need a prescription for any of this stuff, I don't think, right? I think you can just go buy Blue Chew. Keep your head on 100. Okay.
You know what I find? You know what I find funny, man?
Not these people?
I just wear a random freaking American flag shirt. And I think that's exactly why, random people come in now and they see an American flag shirt and be like, "Yeah, man, patriotic, hua hua," and freaking no, man. Instead of being excited and being supportive, support your country and be grateful. No, instead of being fucking patriotic. I'm going through these comments and I'm noticing exactly why we're getting all these spam comments. It's because of the patriotic shirt, and now you're getting like Charlie Kirk comments, and you're getting F Ice. Like, what the hell does Ice have to do with this? Anything we have to do with what we're talking about?
Did you make me moderator?
Huh?
Did you make me moderator?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, so maybe I wonder if BBA did, because now when I click on these people, like the one that's making fun of. Oh, he's still there. It says remove. And so I'm like, well, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, so and also I'm like crazy shit like that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I tried to do that the other day, actually, after Bum's live stream.
Yeah.
I think it was about 40 minutes or so, and I always want several more hours of Bum. I mean, who doesn't? Everyone loves Bum. But so I'm like, I wonder what these people do. So I went through the live thing on YouTube, and I didn't find anything. I don't know how they find you. A lot of stuff I found were people watching like sports. I think the World Baseball Classic and news. There's a ton of news ones. I'm like, I didn't find any just random people talking about stuff. So I must not be doing it right. But I don't know how they find you. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, I want to see what these people are doing, because clearly they're bored and they're just going through live streams randomly. I assume is how they find you. I didn't know how to do
that. The other day, like I was watching Bum Shadows on like both devices. Like I was watching him on the big screen. I was also watching him on my cell phone because I have two accounts, right? So I was that way he gets 2 views and multiple watch hours, right? Hey, what's up, Tony? Welcome to the show, man. And
multiple watch hours. That's kind of a neat hack, yeah.
Yeah, so I was just kind of like flipping through the phone, just kind of look at other people, see like what's happening on theirs, what kind of views they get, what kind of comments go into their, and we're not alone. Like other people get a bunch of stupid comments like that too. I'm like,
unfortunately, yeah.
And I'm like, and I think people just get a kick out of being douchebags.
Yeah.
Well,
so maybe that's how you have to do it. You're gonna just flip up and down to go from live stream to live stream.
Yeah.
Okay. I was on my computer, so I didn't think about that. I'll try that mobile next time because I'm kind of curious. Like maybe I find some other people out there talking random stuff, figures, toys. It doesn't have wrestling. It doesn't have to be that. It could be baseball. It could be something interesting. Physics or tornadoes or something. That's all the rage after last week. There's a few weather systems coming through.
But that's freaking crazy. Like when at first when I saw those comments, about Kirk and then the whole ice, I'm like random, like out of nowhere, like it had nothing to do with anything we were talking about, like nothing whatsoever. And then I'm like, okay, makes sense. Stupid.
I mean, it could definitely be. Unfortunately, I think it's still. I don't want to say punk or hip to hate stuff, and that a natural extension is hating the American flag if you're American or whatever. You know how some kids are, but it could also just be somebody randomly saying "fuck ice" and everything. If that's still a thing, it could be your shirt though. But we could have also gotten people just go through randomly saying they shorted and "fuck ice." And I guess is Ice and Charlie Kirk still top of mind? I'm kind of surprised. So it might be your shirt today.
Yeah.
Monkey see, monkey do, right? They see the eye patch on Bum, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta call him a pirate. He's never heard that one before."
Yeah, and they're freaking retards.
Good one, right?
Freaking jackasses.
Well, because that one person that I think I kicked out said something about the Niners and my chins or something. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm wearing a 49ers shirt." Oh, okay. It wasn't even funny. Whatever he said about the 49ers, I'm like, you could have riffed off of that. This would be perfect gay fodder, right? Isn't that no?
Is that in the comments here?
Well, I think I kicked him out because I somehow I'm a moderator. I mean, we're not losing anything. They're not a wrestling fan. They came in here to But it is funny. So I have to try that. I want to be a jerk. I just want to see if I can discover, because I've done that with Twitch. Discovering random channels of people playing other video games. There's a lot of non-video game ones in Twitch too. I was kind of surprised. Just to catch random stuff.
Yeah, Tony. That freaking Peter the Beautiful figure, man, that thing is freaking incredible. Like I can't wait to get that one, produced. Today, actually, I did go ahead and get the Devil and Bastion Booger, the molds paid for, so that the factory can start get the molds covered for those two figures. I don't know, man. Like I am strongly considering reaching out to the factory and asking them to cancel the Devil and having them do Peter instead of the Devil. So the problem is we might have to redo the carding and switch out the Devil for Peter. Because I think that the Peter figure would sell a whole lot more than I would for that series.
The Devil figure is good, but I mean, Peter is a recognizable wrestling figure, so wrestler, right? So, but and with a good gimmick too, not just like a plain Jane. Oh, I'm Greg Gagne. He was kind of boring, right? As a wrestler, he actually has legitimate, gimmicks and stuff, right? And personality. That's why wrestling's so hard. We talk about that, right? You can look at all the they look the part and they're athletic, but they can't wrestle. They don't understand telling a story, and they have no personality, right? And they're terrible on the mic. There's only much you can do, right? But he's got it all.
And the only thing I'm thinking of is I'd like to have myself produce, because hey, I'm creating a wrestling line. Like, hey, I want to be Mitch from freaking Grapples and Gimmicks. Like, how awesome! I mean, who doesn't want to have a figure of themselves?
No, that's the first figure I'm making. If I started a figure line, I'm waiting for AJ to start. He hasn't talked about a figure of himself, has he?
No, to be honest, I don't think AJ would do that.
He wouldn't, but that'd be the first figure I'd make, or the best one. When he figures out how to make a super articulated LGN style, like, okay, the first one of those I'm doing is me. With 12-pack abs, and 75-inch pythons. Screw Hulk Hogan, man. I got 24-inch? No, 32-inch pythons. Yep.
I learned to accept the pirate thing, man. Shoot, don't accept that crap, man. That's annoying.
Yeah, it shows you how nobody comes up. Has anyone come up with a funny thing, like legitimate, that involves your eye patch? Probably not. That's just a go-to for lazy wannabe comedians. They think they see Seinfeld and think it's easy. Oh, look, he's wearing a San Francisco shirt or a USA or eye patch. He's a gay pirate. Hey, look at that. Oh, good job. Good job. You're brilliant. That should be in a joke book somewhere. No, we need a bum. You got too many good bum ideas. Somehow we need to work that in.
Yeah, at some point,
I
do feel like we're going to end up with like two Bone Breaking action figures. I mean, probably not the same mold, obviously.
No, yeah, okay.
So I mean, the whole not pirate. I'm sorry. Shoot.
Is there a way to?
Now I'm thinking pirate.
Yeah, sorry about that. Is there a way to use a pirate? Would be a good figure too.
I am going to make a pirate figure.
Okay, cool.
So I mean, I don't.
It's a good.
No, I didn't post it, but there is a pirate figure I've been talking about forever, and I did create my own pirate figure based on this picture I saw last year.
Mm-hmm.
And the pirate was supposed to be me.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be me as, said pirate. And that pirate gimmick was supposed to be the foul mouth drunkard.
And it was supposed to be,
right? It was supposed to be a 2-pack. Right. And it was supposed to be, against a grudge match against Jason Up, as you know. And that's why I kind of hated what He Who Shall Not Be Named really screwed us over last year, because he said he was going to make this AWA Remco 2-pack where the cards with the figures were going to sit side by side like so. And I'm like, dude, you didn't do that. You literally put it on one card, and the cards weren't cards. They were pieces of paper, 2 pieces of paper that you did that. Like, what the hell? Like, shit. Like, you couldn't even take one piece of paper and print on double side. You 2 pieces of paper. Like, oh my god, this is the shittiest piece of work ever.
See through it. It couldn't hold up a feather on a pegboard somewhere. Like,
yeah. So John, who's been in our comments before, he reached out on one of my postings on YouTube and asked me, "Hey, do you recommend so and so?" I'm like, no, don't go through him. His work is shoddy and he charges too much. And after what he did last year, that's he lost any recommendation, any shout outs I've ever given in the past. I regret it.
And wasn't he also late? Didn't it take him a while to get the shoddy work to you as well?
Yeah, he took about 4 months to get each of those stuff back to me. So I'm like, you know what? No.
That's a long time to wait for crap.
Yeah.
Tell him to take some fiber in his diet and produce crap faster. See, that's a joke.
Yeah, so I'm probably so I'm like, if I as far as Series 1 goes, if I replace my Devil figure with Peter Beautiful, I could come out with a Devil in Series 2. But what's going to happen? Let's say we have Jason Up in Series 2, and then we have the Devil in Series 2. And then I still want to produce my my soldier figure in Series 2. That means I'm going to have me as a Devil and me as a soldier for Series 2. And I don't want 2 of me in one series.
Oh, you want to spread the love around, huh?
Yeah, so but we don't necessarily. But reality is only that soldier is going to carry my name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because Damian Riot. It's not carrying my name. It's not carrying Watson. It's not carrying Waddy even. And the soldier isn't even going to carry my full name. It's going to say Corporal Watson, or I might change it up to Colonel Watson, General Watson. I don't know. I might just say
General Watson.
Yeah, I might just say Corporal just to keep it even with Corporal Kirchner.
Do you want to be related to Kirchner? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that way somebody could put it on the shelf together. They can make them tag team partners.
Yeah, you have to think of like some kind of corporal punishment or something. Corporal punishment or something like that, maybe, right? Is that the same corporal? Corporal punishment isn't corporal the what do you call it, title? You guys could be the tag team called the corporal punishment, maybe? Yeah, think about it. We'll have to workshop it. Yeah, Tony's thinking about Booger coming first.
I mean, that was. I mean, if I had Bastion Booger signed first, I mean, absolutely.
BK is just further along, right? I mean,
this has already been made. I mean, Bastion Booger came so late in the game. I mean, the mold has already been like this was already created.
You don't want to wait. You want to get out and get a figure out. But Booger was second, right?
Yeah, so Bastion Booger, like I only just paid for the mold today.
Okay.
And this is already completed.
Now you talked about the mold is actually in pieces, right? Mold cavities or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
is that possible to reuse those then, so that you're not reusing the whole mold, but maybe parts of it to save on mold costs? I don't know how that works. You know what I
mean? I'm not.
You want to make a second BBA and not just the colored variant. You want to mix up his pose. Can you reuse some of his first mold cavities? I wondered. I don't know. I was just curious if.
Yeah, so that if we wanted to use maybe this arm, but swap out this arm or something.
Yeah, or maybe only the arms moved, the legs are still in the same position in his face and everything. So maybe that part of the mold cavities are still.
Yeah, so maybe like have this left arm be exactly the same as the right arm.
Maybe it's in just a different position. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know if that works, if that's a thing. I'm trying to think of like instead of reusing the molds, you get the best of both worlds. You get to reuse some of the mold, but yet still offer an actual different figure rather than just here's Arn Anderson in green trunks, here's Ric Flair in purple polka dot trunks, right? And it's the same pose each time.
Your private ones.
Oh, there you go. Your private. Hey, and there's your partnership with Blue Chew right there. Your private Watson brought to you by Blue Chew.
Oh man. So I finally got those darn figures delivered. When did I get them? Yesterday or I think I got them yesterday.
What'd you get us? Oh yeah, okay.
Finally got those suckers. And you know what? I am going to review. I think I am going to review these because you know what? You know what they did with these figures?
What?
That right there. And I am going to get on. I'm going to make a video about this.
I noticed that.
And I'm going to.
Because people give Latuni crap. People give Latuni crap about his Andre.
Yeah. I'm going to bitch about that. Well, not bitch, because I'm happy about this.
Yeah, no, I liked it.
Like, I am happy as hell about this. But I am going to call out all of the whiners who are bitching about, oh my God, I'm going to cry because Latuni made Andre the Giant 10 inches and LJ in 8 inches. Wham, wham, wham. He's freaking Andre the Giant. He's a freaking giant. He needs to be taller. God dang it! And now, big rubber guys who are making Andre the Giant 8 inches, just like all the other figures. Great. Guess what? Now Andre the Giant is 10 inches, just like freaking Latuni. And you know what? I bet all of the big rubber guys fans who are absolutely saucing them and glazing the living crap out of them, I bet they're going to go on Facebook and all this stuff and brag about how freaking awesome the new figure is and how much they love the upscaled figure. And I'm going to make a video about it, and I'm going to say that exact same thing.
Good.
Because how can you bash Latuni for making a 10-inch figure and big rubber guys did the exact same thing?
Probably because they feel like they could be Latuni, because maybe with the big rubber guys, they're like, oh, it's a bunch of ex-wrestlers and current wrestlers and blah, blah, blah. Well, I can't do that. But Latuni, a hardworking guy, but he's just a guy with a job and a family starting a wrestling figure line. Maybe they feel jealous that, he can start one, so let's call it. I think you're getting some jealousy too on Facebook. But like you saw there, even the Power Packed minifigures, the G.I. Joe style, the Andre the Giant's bigger. Because he was bigger than Macho Man. In fact, he probably should be even bigger than they scaled him to. I mean, it's still the same scale, right? It's still 8 inches, give or take. I don't know why they're complaining that Andre is that much bigger. I like the way he feels. He's so big. Now, he's bigger than the BRG. I put them next to each other as soon as I got that one.
Hey, John, I'm going to come back to you, man, but I'm going to answer this.
Oh.
Steve's like, I bet he was bigger than 10 inches.
Is that with or without Blue Chew? Oh, it probably wasn't around back then.
Without Blue Chew. That's funny as hell. Man, I swear to God. Okay, on Monday we're doing Chewy. On Wednesday we're doing Blue Chew, man. I'm gonna freaking sponsor. I want Blue Chew to sponsor me because God dang it. And then Saturday we're gonna do something easy like zebra cakes because this damn channel was obsessed with zebra cake for like 4 months.
Trying to think of a crossover Blue Chew Chewy. Like I got instructions unclear. My dog now has an erection or something terrible.
Man, I think my damn I think my Invisalign is broken. Because
how can you tell? You probably can't see it, right?
No, but it's sharp and it's cutting me.
Oh,
like right here, the plastic is like cutting me.
Well, so that's a new way to draw blood if you're a wrestler. Like break your Invisalign before you enter the ring, so that you can just like rub it against your gums and like, oh my God, he took a steel chair to the face, and now he's bleeding. New way to draw blood. Color, like I think they like to say.
But John was asking about the Bastion mold. Yeah, I just got the Bastion mold and the Devil mold paid for today. Well, I did the wire transfer today, so I actually did it, or I sent it up to the bank on the 28th of February. I think that was the same day that I paid the Mike Shaw family for Bastion book, the signing bonus, and then I sent the stuff to the bank for the wire transfer. But They never responded. When I did the BBA wire transfer, like I sent it to the bank, the invoice with all the information on it, and like the same day, somebody called me like, "Hey, we need verification on all this information," and it's been like 2 weeks and nothing. So I called them today, like, "Hey, I never heard back from anybody. The factory said there was never been any payments, so can we check up on this?"
Mm-hmm.
At this point, though, I'm pretty much wiped out. So I need to really start saving big time. And with Fox's bills,
oh yeah,
I don't have anything left over to pay for this. And now I'm nervous as hell because I've been promising no pre-orders, and now I might have to backtrack on that. I hope not. So,
well, I heard Mantek's hiring. Well, trying to get him to sponsor you, Mantek. I heard they're a great employer. You might want to.
Yeah, man.
Lockheed Martin, I've heard, and good things. Raytheon, I've heard good things about all three of these companies.
Yeah, heck yeah. So, we'll see what happens.
Oh, you worked at Sara Lee. You didn't work at Little Debbie. But hey, Little Debbie wants to hire you to hawk zebra cakes. I don't do that. That might be a bad job to have, though. I'd be sampling them.
I want to go back to freaking Sara Lee, man. Like, I wanted to go back to I'd go back to Chicago just to freaking visit Sara Lee, man. Just, but I don't think any of those Sara Lees are still up. Like, damn, this freaking thing is cutting me. I gotta take this stuff out.
Is that another expense now to get that fixed?
I mean, this one was week 12, and I've been wearing this thing for like 4 weeks now.
So this is why I like opening figures. I don't know why, but now that you mentioned the flare, I've had them in my hand. That code for a while now. I don't know what it is. He's dangerous looking like he's gonna fall, but he never does.
Yeah, these little plastic trays, man.
So that's cracked and cutting into your gums and stuff?
No, it's just like right here on the edge.
Does it like cut into your lip?
Like right here?
Yeah.
No, it just you just feel it. Like it's sharp.
Nothing that you don't like sharp things in your mouth in general, anyways. There's a lot of delicate tongues and gums and stuff. Doesn't take much. Lips.
But hey, man, it works though. My teeth are like straight as hell. So I mean, it's done its job.
I never thought. I don't know if my teeth are too bad. Maybe I would have thought my dentist would have tried to sell me. They did sell me on caps, I think they call them, for some. I had 2 cavities on the bottom since I was a kid, so they're like, "Well, you should probably cap those off." I don't know if I should have. They're okay now, but I always get nervous going to the dentist. Like, "Oh yeah, what are you going to find now?" But I think last time my gums, they said, were in good shape, so I guess all the water flossing I've been doing is finally paying off.
Man, on my fingers 8 inches. That's funny.
Oh, you're catching up on the There's quite a lot.
We went from Invisalign to Invisalign.
Quite a lot of Blue Chew sponsored comments going on there.
So you own 3 molds, yeah. This is obviously the BBA. This is the first one, and so the factory has 5 molds total, or 5 STL files, and so they made this one relatively quickly. So once I paid for the mold, they actually made the mold really quick, but getting the mold cavity, that took a while. That took like a month and a half, 2 months almost to get the mold cavity back, and that's how they made this figure right here.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they went on. They had their Chinese New Year, and they went on break for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
We need to have a New Year like that, don't we? I still think Chinese New Year, because I hear from they all shut down. I'm like, aren't you guys communists? Shouldn't you be working hard or something? Like, we're going to shut down for a couple of weeks. I'm like, why don't we get a New Year where you get this? We're lucky to get a day off, and some people don't even get that. They get a couple weeks off. Wouldn't it be neat? That'd be neat.
My teeth identified straight. But the Bastion Burger and the Devil figure is now paid for, so that gives us 3 out of 5 figures, and well, technically 3 out of 4 from Series 1. The Peter figure is for Series 2, unless
it could be another.
Unless we expand Series 1. But I really want to only keep it to 4 figures for Series 1, and unless we see how well these figures sell. So
tough, expensive to get the third 3D models done. For some reason, I wanted to say third mold, but he's saying 3D models. But my brain was thinking third mold.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, pretty much any. I don't know if you saw my message, John. It pretty much is pretty much any 3D sculptor you go to. So they're gonna. So like Kevin, he's gonna make a figure like this, and those figures gonna go for about $100 or so. And he's gonna send it to someone else. He doesn't paint. He sends it to somebody else who does the paint work. So to get a resin figure, you're probably looking at about $150. If you just want just the STL file by itself, you're probably looking at about $100. You're probably looking at about $100, $125, depending on what you're looking for, how difficult the design is. So sometimes I might get just the STL file. I might pay $100. I might pay $125. If other times, like for this, I might have paid $200 for the STL file and the figure. I think for Bum Shadows, all I got was STL. I paid like $100 for. I think I paid $200 for for Bastion Booger for both the figure and the STL file. For I think I paid $125 for just the STL file for Peter Beautiful. So that just shows you how difficult that figure was to make. So it really depends on the layers of difficulty to create a figure. But any of these customizers, they use resin. So if you're looking for a rubber figure,
not gonna get there.
There's only select people who actually make rubber figures. XOX Customs by Ram Treasures, they make rubber figures. There's another guy on eBay that makes resin figure or rubber figures, but that guy is a freaking cheat, and I wouldn't recommend him anymore. I actually tried to go through him last year when Ram Treasures turned me down, and to see if he was willing to do business together.
Yeah, rubber.
And that way I didn't have to go through China, go through a factory, and I could have done stuff locally. But like I said, the guy was a crook, and as many stuff as I bought from him in the past, like, some people, they're just not trustworthy, and I freaking hate that.
That sucks.
And that's why I hate being the nice guy, the trustworthy guy, because, when you're doing right by people, I always say, people do right by you, make sure you go out of your way to do right by them. But you do right by people, they take advantage of you, and it freaking sucks. You were asking about SB earlier. I'm like, dude, I don't recommend it. Don't go through him. He's gonna take advantage of you. He's gonna tell you that he makes card backs. He doesn't. He's gonna tell you he makes rubber figures. He doesn't. He's gonna tell you, and then when you tell him, hey man, you said you make rubber figures, and he's gonna be like, oh well, what I use is flex resin. Like, what the hell is flex resin? Oh, it's a flexible material. Oh, he's gonna show you it flexes, and then he's gonna say, oh well, when I paint it, that hardens the paint, and that's why it hardens, and there's no flex to it. I'm like, dude, that's a bold-faced freaking lie. It's a freaking resin figure. It's hard as a rock. Come on, don't pull that BS on me.
Make some tires out of resin. See how you do.
Yeah. So, like this right here. This is a plastic figure, right? What he sent me was pure hard as a rock. It was resin. This is a PVC material, not rubber, but that's what big rubber guys, they use PVC. This isn't rubber, but that's what these figures are.
It's close to that flexible material he was alleging he made, which he doesn't.
Yeah.
At least you can get away with saying that's flexible material, at least, but his is not.
Yeah, and we don't have to call this rubber. I mean, because it's flexible, we call it rubber, but we call this rubber, and because it's flexible, but it's not rubber. But I mean, it moves. So
they thought big PVC guys didn't sound as catchy as big.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's literally the name, Big Rubber Guys. Imagine if they're like, no, hey, we could sue them then. Be like, hey, you're lying to us. It's actually PVC or whatever. Does Latrini does put some rubber in his figures, doesn't he, AJ? It's just not.
He says he uses the exact same material that Big Rubber Guys uses.
He just makes it a little softer.
Yeah. So the only difference is like these Big Rubber Guys, they use I think like 80 or 90% PVC, whereas Latuni uses like 70 degrees of flexibility.
Degrees is what they call it. Okay. Yeah.
So like 90 degrees and like 70 degrees. So that's why theirs, barely moves. And, Latuni, moves like a whole lot, right? So
I've listened to their podcast in the past, but not one where they talk about, have the major guys ever talked about why they went with maybe a harder rubbery figure? Do they want it just because they're thinking more for collectors and they want them to stand on a shelf or something? Is that what they're
thinking? But this stands perfect.
Yeah, I'm just curious now that you mentioned it. Why are they less flexible than old LJNs and even Latuni? I don't know if maybe I have to look that up one of these days. I haven't heard them talk specifically about their formula.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was a deliberate choice.
Absolutely. Hey, Strange, what's going on, bud?
Found the breaking news alarm?
Let me see what I got here.
Is it a news alert for you or Bum, or was he just...
Yours might be the best bet, so you don't have 200 figures sitting on your dining room table.
Nice.
Yeah, man. The whole idea, Tony, about not doing pre-orders, and I think we all as fans and collectors, we all agree on this. The worst thing about pre-orders is giving someone, $50, $100, $200, whatever it is, and sitting around for 6 months, a year, however long it is, and just waiting for our product to come in. I hate that. We all hate that.
Yeah.
And some companies like a Rush Collectibles, where we've been sitting around for a year, 2 years. Where the hell is our product? How about this Power Town or whatever the heck the company's called?
Rush is pretty bad, but you're missing Power Town.
How about what's that other one? The other company that was
another.
I put it up like a year or two ago. Rush Collectibles was one. Power Town was another one.
That's where it would be nice if you could deliver one figure.
The guy's name was Mike. At least he was a decent guy, because if you reached out to him and you canceled, he would refund you. So he was a really good guy. They were like Remco style figures. And I know there was a referee figure in the bundle. There was I think Legion of Doom or something. Ooh. I think there was like a Buff Bagwell figure. I'm trying to remember the line, but it came from a company, and that called, and I can't remember the name.
Apparently, Buff is the stuff. Did you know that?
Buff is the stuff.
Wasn't that what he used to say? I've seen him a little bit because I've got those still on pre-order, the Top Rope collectibles, and I think who's coming out next? Scorpio, Too Cold.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Also, I think I pre-ordered the not Grapplers and Gimmicks. Who was it? Figure Collections, I think, is coming out with another Marcus Bagwell. Though I did make my first Grappling and Gimmicks pre-order. I pre-ordered the Ahmed Johnson and Man Mountain Rock, and who was the third? Balls Mahoney. I wasn't interested in that Weird Santa Claus one, but so I've broken the deal on my G&G because I got Oz. So now I'm gonna have 4 G&G figures until I buy.
Hold on. Did you say you weren't interested in Santa Claus?
I wasn't. The whatever it is, like it's like a black hooded Santa Claus. It's a special.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Has Santa Claus you can order. This is a pre-order. I wasn't sure what it was, but I'm like, I'm not that interested. I honestly wasn't super interested in Balls Mahoney or Man Mountain Rock, but I like the come with a chair, and Man Mountain comes with a guitar, and it looked kind of fun. I wanted the Ahmed Johnson because he's going to come with the red shoulder pads to fit him with Legion of Doom. I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. So I broke down. I'm like, well, I'm pre-ordering. Let me see about the other ones. So now I got those coming.
You know what I noticed about this? This is just a remake of LJN's Vince McMahon. I mean, look at the legs. It's basically a carbon copy of that.
You don't have your Vince with you, do you? That's interesting.
I didn't bring one up, but
he had a microphone in one of his hands, right?
Vince McMahon, yeah.
Was it in his right hand? Or
Yeah, it's like this.
So instead, Flair is just pointing at himself instead of having a mic. You're saying basically the same kind of hand arm motion, though, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it's almost an exact copy. I mean, not 100% exact, but I mean, it's
Similar.
relatively close to the LJN Vince McMahon figure.
I'm just glad it's a different mold and pose than his other Ric Flairs. I mean, have they gotten enough out of those molds yet? Like, oh, now we got Ric Flair, you know.
And I think it's just like his Series 3 figure, just a different color scheme.
Yeah, I was wondering because it looked like a remake somewhat. I wasn't there for that one. Same with the Andre. I think it's the same. Is it the same pose as the earlier Andre? Just they've improved things a bit. The color is a little better or something like that.
Yeah, I mean the body. I can already tell the skin tone is different. But yeah, I'm gonna do a review on this one because I kind of want to talk about this and I want the size. I thought the size was gonna be the exact same size as his original.
And it wasn't,
8-inch figure, but it's different. So, and I need new content. Like I haven't made a darn video in forever, and I wasn't gonna do any reviews, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a lot of Big Rubber Guy fans, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a lot of haters, bitching me out in the comments.
Well,
problem is
that means I'll be watching your video.
Yeah, problem is I'm worried that a lot of my viewers who are Big Rubber Guy fans are gonna watch my video and unsubscribe because they're gonna hate what I'm saying. So
maybe,
but like I said, I need freaking content, man. Like I need to make regular videos. So maybe I'll do that Sunday. I have nothing going on, so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna make that video. I'll probably post it like 7:00 tomorrow or something.
It'd be a good video.
Or maybe it'll be I don't know. Maybe it'll be around noon, 4:00. I don't know.
Depending how quick you get to it, it'd be a good video. I'd like to see it.
Yeah,
because I don't have some other ones.
So I want to see this right here about Bum Shadows. He says AJ's gonna be on his channel in April, so I'm looking forward to that right there as well.
Yeah, we got AJ as an interview
and I think it'll be a million times better than my freaking interview because I suck at interviews. So, but it was fun having AJ on when I did have him on.
I don't know how he has time. He's got a full-time job. I think his full-time job is another company he owns, I guess. So he's got a few companies he owns, 4 kids. Man, I don't know when he finds time to do anything else.
Yeah. So, John, when you say did the factory send you a pressed figure, and what do you mean a pressed figure? I don't understand what you mean pressed figure.
Why is this acting up?
The only thing that the factory sent me, they sent me a couple of samples. And they wanted me to choose what I wanted. They sent me the plastic. That's this hard figure right here, which we're not going to go with. Now, if I wanted a really cheap option, and I wanted to charge my buyers, $25 or something, we could have gone with this. Because, like I said, this would actually work because it's LJN size and everything, which is fantastic.
But oh yeah,
and for like $25, this would be perfect. And maybe we could have changed the carding to like Plastic Men or something. Make it something fun, make it something unique to our particular line. But that's not what people want. People want rubber. They want something that's squeezable, right?
Yeah.
So this isn't what I wanted. I wanted this right here. I wanted that flexibility. I wanted the movement. But obviously, when we got the figure in, there's things that need to be replaced. I had to super glue this because obviously this part was movable. The inside was completely hollow. So when they redo the figure, they're gonna have to completely fill in, this part of the body so that there's no opening on the inside. It's gonna be completely filled in, and that's also going to make this figure a whole lot heavier as well.
Are they filling it with the same material, or they have to put something else in there? Do you know?
I'm not sure, but I'm assuming that they're gonna probably fill it in with the same
stuff,
same PVC material. And same thing with like the Bash and Booger. I told him like I need that figure to be heavier. Like I don't know what the weight on this is, but let's say this is 8 ounces. That Bash and Booger needs to be twice the size or twice the weight at least.
Because you talk about scale being height, but what about what scale of the weight? Or I don't know what you want to say, but literally the weight scale. It like in the new Mattels that are coming out, Monday needs to feel heavier than the others, right? But will he?
Yeah. Like when I feel these figures, there's like no weight to this whatsoever, and then I feel this, and it's heavy.
It's pretty weighty. It is.
it's got a lot of weight, but there's like, if I was just standing there and just not paying attention, yada yada yada, like I would not know that there was anything in my hand. Like there's practically nothing. So
I thought some of the BRGs were hollow, but he feels so weighty. This flare, maybe they aren't. Are they not? They must not be, huh? Because he feels pretty hefty.
So like you hold an Andre, you feel that difference, in your hand, and that's why I'm like, when you get the Andre the Andre the Giant, the Bastion Booger, you've got to feel that weight difference between with the Bastion.
It's like height. I don't know if you want to call it scale, but it doesn't make sense if you have like a Rey Mysterio and a King Kong Bundy and they weigh the same. You're like, wait a minute. No offense, Ray, but King Kong Bundy is like 400 and something pounds. I think John was saying, what happened to Bone Breakers channel? Did something happen?
I don't think so. Why? What happened?
I don't know. And John had posted that question, and I don't know if he did have a follow-up, but I was kind of curious. I always forget to go out there. I need to more. Check out his original content.
I do seriously think the thumb and the bum pause are good ideas, even if it wasn't me.
Yeah, he might have a good idea there. The Peter B. breast cancer awareness. He has his own gimmick, I guess.
Was the signing bonus for Booger a big one? I thought it was a percentage per sale. Yeah, I gave the family a signing bonus, and they're also going to receive a percentage of royalties for each sale.
That's usually how it's done, isn't it? Both upfront money and then a money per figure.
Yeah,
probably pretty common. Bastion Booger. Now, is the family in touch with other wrestlers and stuff? Can they help you out? Or I'm just curious. Like, talk about like another big time wrestler. No offense to Peter B. Beautiful. That's also a good signing. But
yeah, I mean, I've spoken through messaging with the family, but most of my dealings is with Peter Beautiful because he is representative of the family, and right. Peter he was trained by Mike Shaw, so he has a direct connection with the family.
So Peter might actually be able to help you out. Figure.
And what's awesome is, the family's actually helping me out too. So by actually making Peter's figure, they're actually helping me out by, cutting me a deal and, cutting off half the royalty percentage with each sale. So that's, amazing of them as well. So, the Shaw family has been awesome. Like, I really love working with them.
That'd be so interesting to, like, I guess maybe they've had some more experience with this, but like, imagine if you had a famous mother or father, someone in the family, and they pass away and they still want to use their likeness for things and like to negotiate and plan that out and choosing opportunities, because I'm sure they get pitched all kinds of wacky stuff that are like, no, we don't. You don't want Bastion Booger on a set of edible underwear or some weird thing, right? You want to pick and choose. Like, a figure makes sense or anything wrestling related, but
I think they
left field that they're like, no, we don't want my father or brother's name.
I think they appreciate the fact that I'm a real fan of Bastion Booger and that I am going to treat this with a lot of respect and that I'm going to create a product that not only am I just making a random figure, that I'm going to make something that as a fan, what would I like? So
and you can talk like a fan and they know it, because that'd be the other thing is like anybody could say I want to make a Bastion Booger figure, but how serious is the person? How well they're going to treat it? Or they can make him some comical oaf that's terrible. They're going to really be true to his gimmick, to his personality. I mean, yeah, that could be part of his gimmick though, John. I don't know. Is Peter weird?
That's part of his whole heel gimmick and whatnot. So
does he never that's the point. Like I've seen anymore, it's not as they look down on wrestlers who don't break kayfabe, but you get a few of them. MJF seems to be one that tends to not break kayfabe either, and it's pretty rare. Most wrestlers don't seem to care like they used to.
Edible underwear.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something stupid that they'd be like, no, you make a good point though. I'm sure a lot of people come wanting figures made of them, but some of those people aren't trustworthy or they're wacky. You think they're going to make fun of them or do something bad with his likeness. So you gotta. I don't know how a family gets prepared to deal with that when beloved one passes away, that people still want things made out of, literally, right? T-shirts, hats, figures, whatever. I don't know how you'd navigate that. That'd be tough and interesting at the same time.
Right on.
I mean, I'm sure some people just like give me money if they're terrible. Make anything you want. I haven't seen a lot of that, but depending on the family. Yeah, edible underwear seemed like a weird choice for a Bastion Booger. But you know how some figures, even in real life, WWF has made some wacky things to put Hogan on. And it sounds good as Hulk Hogan, but at the time you're kind of like, do we really need that piece of merchandise? Well, it's sold. Well, just let you know, John. No, I don't think I ever saw Hulk Hogan edible underwear, though. I don't think I saw that, but some funny stuff.
Oh, so
merchandising. Spaceballs to merchandising.
So the representative at Alibaba, he got me in contact with a guy that I guess their factory works with here in the States who creates card backs. That guy never responded. I reached out to AJ and hey man, can I get some help? I'm desperate at this point.
Yeah.
Who do you have a template for your LJN card backs? I need help big time. He got me in contact with the guy that helped created his card back template. I reached out to the guy. I'm like, hey, I was referred to you. Here's some design. I need a LJN template. What can you do for me? Again, I'm elaborating. I mean, that's not exactly how I worded it, but in a nutshell, guy responds. He doesn't work with AI. Like, I don't know why this project is
really?
so difficult.
I don't even like AI, and I work with AI. Like,
it's 99 point. The project is 99.999% complete. I'm not even asking you to change anything of the pictures or nothing.
Move mountains.
I just need the card template, and then you copy and paste the picture onto the card. That's literally it. This should be like a $10 a job. Like it should be that easy.
But they don't even want to do it. They don't charge you for it.
This should take like 10 minutes to do. I mean, well, Matthew, why don't you do it? Because I don't know anything about computers. I don't know. I don't have the software to do this. I don't know. Even if I had the software, I don't know computers at all. So I couldn't even imagine how to do this. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how to change an image from image or PNG, whatever it's called, to PDF. So like, how the hell you? I don't know, man. And I'm willing to pay people to help me out to take on the job, but like, it seems like everybody is trying to rip you off big time.
Mm-hmm.
And the people I reached out to, they want like $500 to take on the job. I'm like, no. Like, dude, the job is complete. The design is created. I'm not paying you $500 to do this. What the heck?
Yeah.
So, my last resort, the guy that's creating my Maniac Rat Wrestling website, called me the other day.
Yeah, he might have some graphic designing type skills or adjacent to this, right?
I'm like, hey man,
computer dude or gal.
You have any graphic design? I have a little bit of knowledge. I could probably work on some things. What do you need help with? I need a template for this card backing.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically sending the pictures, let them know what I'm looking for, gave them the specs, the size, dimensions, and everything. And on Monday, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna head out to him and drop off the cards and whatnot, and I'm gonna see what he can do, because at this point, I feel like the easiest aspect of this whole entire process is become like the most frustrating thing. And I swear to God, once these cards, once this entire line is in my hand, I am going to be so freaking happy. Oh my God. Once I get that first package shipped out to my first customer, I am going to I don't know, man. Like I am, you know how they take, they frame their first dollar that they earn in their business. Yeah. I got to do something like that, because this whole damn process has been like so frustrating. But oh my God, once I see that first sale, I am going to be so damn excited, knowing how frustrating it's been and knowing how far I've come and how hard it's been, how hard I've worked to get there. And
that would be kind of cool.
and all my freaking viewers, man, that stuck by me and had allowed me to vent my frustration all this time because, man, it's been frustrating, but it's been fun to talk about it nonetheless.
So I was responding to some stuff too.
Yeah, man. So, man, I'm falling behind. So let me get back here. Bring more medical underwear. Oh God.
We started talking about some LGNs and stuff too, but apparently, David said that the Bundy is heavier, maybe not as heavy as the original, but I'll be what do you say, satisfied? Because he's one of the folks that got him like since February.
Yeah.
Like, so here I thought, like, I felt bad because I woke up in the middle of the night and got to pre-order all of Series 2, and I'm probably going to be the last one to get them. But luckily, I haven't gotten them. I've heard a few people saying their Target pre-orders were canceled. And I'm like, really? Luckily, that hasn't happened to me. I don't know, because they charge you periodically. I wonder if somebody had a card on file expire or something, and as soon as Target charges you and it doesn't work and they canceled it. I've actually had pretty good luck with all my Target pre-orders. I've heard Walmart's notorious for canceling just because it's Tuesday. Like, oh, it's Tuesday. Let's go fuck some customers over. Okay, we're a big faceless company. What do we care? We're gonna make money either way. I don't know why they do it, but damn. Middle of nowhere, Target, Tennessee. Damn. Yeah, and my Target's just, I guess, maybe wrestling figures don't sell. Target probably does the analysis like Walmart does. I remember reading something or listening to something. Walmart actually figured out that I guess a popular product at their Walmarts around hurricane season, like right after, were Pop-Tarts. Maybe because they're easy to cook to make on the fly and eat, right? You don't need anything to cook them when your house is destroyed. And so they would actually send an extra Pop-Tart shipments out to Walmarts in and around soon to be hit by hurricane areas. That's kind of the depth of the analysis some of them do. I wonder if Target does that and around me, but they're like, no, people don't like wrestling, so we're not going to send you any figures. I don't know. I've yet to see one there at a Target. They have wrestling figures and other stuff. Maybe it's my Target. They've got a huge Lego section now. Maybe the Legos have taken over. But the Target closest to me, I've never seen an LGN. Admittedly, I don't shop at Target enough. I was fortunate that I got all of my Series 1 online, except for I needed 1 or 2 extra Cenas. And I got those Mattel Creations. No, they haven't shipped yet, but that's another. I assume Series 2 will be available at Mattel Creations eventually, one of these days. I don't know. As long as they don't get canceled, I'll wait till April. I think I've got a couple figures. I've got figures arriving pretty much every week or every other week. I'm not going to be starved for figures, but I would like to see them. I just get annoyed that I see all those posts on Facebook. Oh, look what I found! I found 75 black Ultimate Warriors. I'm like, yeah, F you, buddy. Rub it in, jerk. No, but I mean, that's kind of neat because I'm sure a lot of those folks missed the pre-order. So for them, if you don't get it in person, they're going to have to pay those scalper BRG prices or something, which I've yet to do. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's why. Yeah, my Target, I've noticed a lot more food at my Target, and I'm not sure why. It's also a lot. It's like half Legos and half food now. So I don't know why. I actually walked through their food section just for giggles. In fact, they had like half of a liquor section. And I'm like, how desperate are you that you're buying liquor at Target? What do I know? Last time I was at Walgreens getting my flu shot last fall. They have a liquor section. And it was like they don't have much of a variety and it's expensive stuff. And I'm like, how much of a rush am I at Walgreens that I need to buy my, whiskey here? I'm like, really? That they're taking away from shelf life for LGNs and stuff.
That's awesome.
Well, that's okay. I'm lazy anyways. I don't want to go into Target. They're always busy too. They're not quite as bad as Walmart, but my Target's pretty busy. So if I can avoid going in, which apparently I can, I just got to be patient. I think mid-April for the pre-order maybe for LGNs. I still don't know why Mattel should be printing these 24/7, 365. They should have the factory making nothing but LGNs because they're all sold out. Right?
Yeah.
Keep making them until they stop getting sold out. Then you've reached equilibrium. Like, okay, we've made enough now. I mean, they should know this. They're not in the BRG market where they want to make 50 of them and then scalp a bunch of them on a whatnot stand, right? Now, Mattel isn't into that game. They want to sell as many as they can. I don't know why it's taking them so long to fulfill all these orders, especially while it's hot. Maybe by Series 4, 5, 6, some of us might get tapped out. The nostalgia might run dry, right? Maybe people will stop caring. But strike while the iron's hot. Keep making these freaking figures. What are they doing? Why is Series 1 still hard to find? What the hell, right? Though I think if you go to Mattel Creations right now, if you need like a Hogan, I think if you need everybody but Cena, you can get it at Mattel Creations. You usually have to pay a few bucks extra. I think they have, of course, they have Logan Paul. Make sure you get your Logan Paul figure. But I think they have Dusty and Hogan still available. They had Cena for a second, and it was really just the Shopify app said, "Hey, Cena's back in stock." And I'm like, "What do you mean Cena's back in stock?" It was just on my phone. I happened to catch it. I ordered 2 Cenas, the last 2 I hopefully should need at Mattel Creations, and then they sold out immediately again. And that's like the only time I've ever seen them for sale there. I don't get it. I don't know why they're not making more. Like,
so you're saying that
Mattel, that'd be the first thing I'd do. Like, of course, maybe they're saying that I don't know what all Mattel makes anymore. I'm sure they're making money in Star Wars figures and other stuff. I'm not buying those because wrestling figures takes enough of my time. I don't know how Kyle does it. You don't do a lot of non-wrestling figures anymore, do you? You have in the past.
No.
I mean, Kyle, you see his weekly purchases. I think he has to for his YouTube show, but I'm just like, man, he's buying like Fraggle Rock figures and just all kinds of stuff that I'm kind of like, that's kind of neat. I remember watching it as a kid, but I would go crazy. I go crazy enough trying to find some of these wrestling figures. Because I keep looking at G.I. Joes because that was my other favorite ones growing up. Well, Transformers, G.I. Joes, and wrestling figures. But really, the G.I. Joes, it's the movement. They had the O-ring and articulation and stuff. I don't like the Elite articulation, but I love the G.I. Joe articulation. And they do make some of those. But I haven't yet to buy them because I don't want to open that can of worms. They make some of those old style articulation G.I. Joe figures. I'm like, do I want to start buying those because they're like $20 a piece or 25 or 30? I'm like, I want to get into that now too. I don't know.
Yeah, if I was making money off YouTube, like if I was making like $3,000 a month, I'd probably be buying like all this random stuff.
Have you seen his weekly purchase videos? It's insane. It's just like stacks here, stack here, stack here. I'm like, where do you put all that stuff? He probably.
I'd probably buy the stuff, but then I'd probably be like, you know what? I don't want this. I bought it, and now I made my video about it, and now I'm going to sell it because now I really don't need it.
Sell it loose, or like because he does open a lot of his stuff to his credit, but I'd have to hire someone just to manage my stuff.
Because I feel like a lot of my collections, that's exactly what it is. I buy the stuff and I make a video about it, and then what happens? It goes on the shelf and that's it. I never look at it again. And that's really sad. Because what else do I need for it? I got duplicates of this because the damn Series 3 Ric Flair like this, that son of a bitch is like $200. So when I saw this coming up, yeah, you want to buy a duplicate because you know the damn value of it, and this thing is going to be expensive.
Yeah.
And I wanted a second one because I wanted to display another one loose, especially since I don't have the Series 3. I have a second one loose. So, and again, Andre the Giant, Andre is always going to be valuable, especially that one. So.
Considering how many figures he's had and they're still coming out and they're still selling by how many different lines and how many different formats. Yeah, yep. I showed you the Powered Pack, the Powered Pack format. You've got the retro lines. You've got several LJN style. Yeah. Tony's saying that he thinks tag team packs are coming for the LJNs. I would love to get a Heart Foundation tag team pack. I know it's not quite as nice as like the one that you got, your 2-up or whatever you call it. But to get a modern LJN Heart Foundation, that'd be pretty cool. Okay. Oh, good. They're going to have a hunky LJN. Good. Yeah. Honestly, it would be kind of nice if they remade all of the original LJNs, even though I like the more modern. They need to come back. They need to come back and do a modern-looking Hogan, too, I think. And a modern-looking Bundy.
Yeah.
Right. I like the nostalgic, like, oh, this is how the original LJN looked. That's great. Now make a modern-looking one, too, like the Dusty and the Cena and the Paul. Make a modern-looking one. That would be cool. Well, I want both, right? Because I know, like the Heart Foundation, they look dated, but they would scratch the nostalgia for me. But I would also like a modern-looking Neidhart. Wouldn't that be cool?
So they got Punk and Uso. Oh, that's Series 3.
Yeah. I bought Logan Paul. I'll buy Jey Uso. I'm not going to be happy.
Logan Paul. After watching what was it, the 24-25 Royal Rumble, I did not like Logan Paul because of all the stupid ass YouTube antics.
Yeah, he's
but in all honesty, after watching him in those Royal Rumble events, I watched it in reverse. I watched 25 first, and then I watched 24. And I'm like, you know what? God damn, I can't complain about him as a wrestler.
Yeah,
he has freaking amazing talent as a wrestler. He came into the 25 Rumble and he was freaking incredible. Yeah. I watched him go against Kevin Owens in that 24 Rumble in his title match, and he was freaking held his own. If this Kevin Owens guy is supposed to be a freaking badass that freaking Hulk Hogan thinks is like the next up and coming freaking mega superstar who is supposed to be the next Hulk Hogan, I guess. I mean, freaking Logan Paul held his own against him and won that match. Technically, it was by disqualification, but he still won. So I can't complain anymore. So anyone that says, "Hey, Logan Paul didn't deserve to be in Series 1," look at it this way: he has major talent as a wrestler. I mean, he's a champion. He probably had the best design as for the Series 1 figures. And among he's a YouTuber, so among guys, kids who are like 10 years old, 12 years old, he's a mega YouTube star. So for a young crowd, that's going to appeal to them. So I can understand why Mattel decided to put Logan Paul in the Series 1.
I wonder how well his figures do sell. I mean, obviously, when you look at the LJNs, his is 4th. Because I assume they're not making that much more of Paul's than they are Cena's and Hogan's. Paul's almost always available. Anytime you want to buy him for MSRP, you can get a Logan Paul. Dusty, off and on. Dusty sold out quite a bit, though. Hogan is definitely sold out. And then, of course, Cena's been the hardest one. I would have thought maybe it would calm down maybe this year now that he's no longer retiring again, but he's still hard to find. You just can't see him.
Not retiring?
Well, no, now that he's not retiring this year, right? He already retired. Cena did, right? Last year kind of made sense. That was his retirement year. It was Cena's year, right? So, everybody wants to buy a Cena fig. Like, well, maybe this year it'd calm down, but he's still hard to find. But yeah, Paul's a great athlete. Maybe that makes it easier to hate him even more. But luckily, he's also kind of a trash human in real life. So I'm like, okay, I'll keep hating him then. I won't feel bad. Which is why he is also such a great heel. I don't know that he could ever turn babyface. Right, because we know who Paul is from his YouTube videos. I'm like, it'd be a hard sell to have him as a face. But like him, Uso, who was it? Was it Jake Roberts? I definitely get. Who's in Series 2? Paul, Punk, Uso, Roberts. No, that's Series 2 is Punk. Who's the third one? The Rock? Okay. I'll probably get The Rock, even though he's kind of worn out as welcome. It'd be a good figure, though. I'll get them all. I mean, I'm not a super big Uso fan. Maybe once they release his brother, too, and you can make a tag team out of it. Yeah, The Rock. The Rock will sell pretty good. Punk will probably sell pretty good. He pushes some merch. I'm surprised they don't rejigger some things and bring a Danhausen out. Because everything's coming up Danhausen. It used to be everything's coming up Millhouse for you Simpsons fan, but now everything's coming up Danhausen. I'm surprised. If you go out to jjfigures.com, it still prompts you with a "You Are Cursed" Danhausen fig before it goes to their website. I'm like, okay, that's a bit much, guys. Can we calm it down a little bit with the Danhausen stuff?
You know what? Big Rubber Guys are coming out with their third variation of Danhausen. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm about to say F it. And you know what? If every other company is going to come out with 10 million freaking variations of their figures, I'm like, you know what? I might as well just say F it and come out with my 10,000 variations. You know what? I got the figure. I got the mold. The mold is expensive. I might as well come out with 600 different variations of BBA. You know what? Why not? Like I said, my devil figure, I mean, I could probably come out with at least 2 variations. I mean, he's going to have a purple shirt with a black suit, right? I talked about it. All we got to do is mix that up a little bit. Instead of red shirt, black suit, how about a red suit with a black shirt? You know, very simple paint tone. Bum Shadows. I mean, we're gonna go with the blue shirt with the blue jeans, but hey, there's like 600 different variations we could go off of with that figure in of itself. Bastion Booger. I mean, we can't really do anything with Bastion Booger. There's really only one mold, but
you can guess, yeah.
You can't turn that into Wyatt Ferguson off of that mold.
Yeah, that's a shame because that'd be a great figure too, wouldn't it?
So you really have to create a whole new mold for that character.
Bum. It's a cash grab house. It's very true. I mean, he does sell merch. I gotta give it, and so I've kind of learned to embrace my inner Hausen because, yeah, he's not a wrestler. He's a gimmick. But wrestling, why do we watch? For the entertainment. He's entertaining. Admittedly, Vince McMahon's WWF never would have. Well, maybe not. Honestly, because even Dave Meltzer, who's lost, I mean, I don't know what, I don't think he has any credibility left, but Meltzer even came out and said that Danhausen reveal at Elimination Chamber was like the gobbledygooker. And I'm like, it wasn't, but that reminds me of the gobbledygooker. Like, who thought that was a good idea back then? Like, what a swing. Do you remember, did you watch Survivor Series live when that came out?
I mean, I know of it because the guy came out of the egg.
I was a kid when it happened, and I'm like, I was a kid, so I didn't know, but apparently a lot of people thought it was going to be Ric Flair, which I'm like, why would Ric Flair come out of the egg? But that was not what I was expecting. I still don't know why.
I mean, it was a turkey during Thanksgiving, though.
Yeah, but I was confused. Like, what I was literally, I think I might even got away with cursing. Like, what the fuck is this? It was so strange. And she comes out and then he dances with Mean Gene, and I'm like, and I think, wasn't it like Rey Mysterio's uncle or cousin, or it was a wrestler who was in that figure too, but it was such a weird freaking thing. I'm like, I don't know how Vince greenlighted that or who thought that was a good idea. Danhausen is not that, though. He wasn't that bad. It might have been a little flat in Elimination Chamber because I think everybody's thinking of Jericho again.
Yeah.
They're a little disappointed. But Danhausen has a following. He's very popular. He'll sell merch. I think he's already sold a bunch of T-shirts for them and everything else. He just don't look to him to be Hulk Hogan the wrestler. He's not going to be a wrestler.
So Hillbilly was still in 1987.
Wow.
Damn, Dave.
That was talking about would you go like into the future, back in the past, and I was thinking it'd be nice to have him on the $3 or $2 clearance aisle, but I'd go back and pay MSRP for a bunch of LJNs if you had a time machine. That'd be pretty cool, even just for your own collection. Like I want to make sure I get one that I can open like loose, and then one mint on card or a couple. I guess it depends.
And I think a Hillbilly gem today on card sells for like $200 to like $400. Depending on condition of the card. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy, man.
Man, even just to go back to visit a Toys R Us from when I was a kid would be fun, even if you didn't buy anything.
But a lot of those figures that nobody wanted back in the day, they're like the most expensive. Are like the most expensive things that you find nowadays.
Yeah, well, like you kind of saying that with Paul a bit. That maybe be such a weird. Wouldn't that be such a weird use for a time machine? I was thinking we need to go back with the time machine and see like. Were the dinosaurs really what we thought we were? How close were we? Were we way off? Could you go back and see how the Earth or universe started or whatever? Like, man, we were way off. I don't know if you can safely do that. But how about going back to just when you were a kid and buy all the toys and stuff you couldn't get? All the Lego sets or Transformers, G.I. Joe figures, wrestling, whatever it was. And not necessarily just to bring them forward to the future and sell them on eBay. I guess you could if you needed the money. But just to have for your own collection. Like, I don't have to worry about chasing down all the Hasbro retros. I'm going to go buy 2 of each, keep one mint on card, and open one. Just for my own collection or whatever. All the gloobs. Yeah, that'd be cool. All the game systems too. Go back and buy an original Nintendo. Keep one in box, one open. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Now, David, when you saw the white shirt Hogan, now was that the blue shirt back in the day, or was that the one that you saw on black card? Now, because I hate when people are trying to look at like blue shirt or not blue shirt, white shirt and red shirt Hogan, because right now I still need both of those on a blue card because I have them on black card. Even though the red shirt Hogan I have on black card is like the card is like completely destroyed, but I still count it as a MOC for the sake of my collection. But everyone's like, oh no, there's no such thing as a white shirt and red shirt Hogan on blue card. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Look anywhere you want. There's a blue card, white and red shirt Hogan. Okay, it exists.
I assume the black cards are harder to get though and rarer, aren't they?
No, the blue card, white shirt, and red shirt are more rare for whatever reason.
Really?
Like,
because everybody opened those, maybe everybody who bought them opened them, so nobody kept them in or something.
Yep. You see, white shirt on blue card, exactly.
I mean, I don't know my LJN history well enough.
Like, I think you could find a white shirt Hogan on black card for around.
Nice.
I mean, depending on condition, anywhere between $700 to maybe a couple thousand. For a white shirt Hogan on blue card, $2,000 to $4,000. A red shirt Hogan on blue card, $4,000, maybe. A red shirt Hogan on black card, maybe a couple thousand to $4,000, possibly. I'm speculating. Again, it's based on condition of the card, but.
That type of.
I mean, a red shirt Hogan's always going to be more valuable than the white shirt, but those are like I only need 3 carded individual figures: a white shirt and red shirt Hogan on blue card, and a Davey Boy Smith. on an individual card.
Oh, really?
And that completes the individual cards.
Need to get that time machine working.
Mm-mm.
That would be amazing to go back. Of course, can you travel in space too, or is it like the time machine from the time machine that only travels through time? So I'd go back to time to where I'm at right now, and then I'd have to move around the country if needed, going to various Toys R Us or KB toy stores or any of the other toy stores you grew up with as a kid. Yeah, it was hard. That's why I'm surprised that were there that many people collecting figures back then, that there's so many LJN Min on card or close to it 40 years later. It amazes me because, of course, all of us, we opened them up to play with them. Like, who were the adults and stuff and older kids that bought them and kept them in the package? I never knew anyone who did that back then as a kid.
I think it's probably like store owners or whatnot that had a bunch and probably just kept them.
Because I'm like, as a kid, I don't know any of my kids. That really wasn't much of a thing growing up, other than maybe baseball cards. But you open up the packages of baseball cards so you could find the rare ones and you'd keep them safe. But you didn't leave unopened packs of cards usually. We weren't into that. Even if you collected stuff, you didn't keep them unopened. That was no fun. Though apparently a buddy of mine I work with, he never liked Star Wars, but I think his parents and grandparents kept buying him Star Wars stuff. So he says somewhere he's got a bunch of unopened Star Wars stuff from like the early 80s. And I'm like, you could probably sell those anytime you wanted and make some money. Maybe that happened to some people. I don't know. Maybe, the parents bought him some LJNs. Who's like, I don't like wrestling, and they never opened it. I would have still opened them, though, and made him a jobber for my, Toys R Us or my Transformer or G.I. Joe league, right? Even if you weren't into wrestling. You'd be like, oh, I'm going to have G.I. Joe beat up Hulk Hogan or whatever, right? I would still open them up and play with them. Yeah.
And I'm probably going to do that, man. No, I can't do that either because I just don't have the ability to. I don't have the ability to sell stuff that I had from my childhood because that's too many. That's nostalgia. That's too many memories right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't sell things from my personal collection that I bought over the last few years. So asking me to go back and sell stuff that I actually had as a kid when I was 8 years old or something that I had for my entire life.
You still have some of that stuff?
Oh yeah, like my PR toys that I had when I was a kid. Now obviously, I had that stuff displayed forever. And then when I grew up and then left home and went to the army and stuff, and came back years later, my mom had all that stuff boxed up. And when she moved, because in 2006, I want to say, when I was on my first combat deployment, I was watching the 40-Year-Old Virgin, and what's his name? Chris Carell, is that his name?
Steve
Carell. Thank you. Steve Carell, a 40-Year-Old Virgin, and in that movie, he had like all these 1970s Marvel,
he did
toys and stuff, and he sold his entire collection. He had like $40,000, and I'm like, holy crap! That's the first time I ever realized that toys were worth money.
Oh, really?
So
why did he sell it? What was he raising money for? I don't remember. Or was it just because he wanted to grow up and not be a 40-year-old virgin, so he thought he had to sell his stuff?
Pretty much. I mean, he got that new girlfriend and everything. So
yeah, but I didn't know he didn't need the money or anything, did he? He just wanted to say, "Oh, this is childish. I want to sell my stuff."
Pretty much. I mean, he had his girlfriend, and he wanted to. I don't know.
Well, you find
I haven't seen him in years, but yeah, his girlfriend ran the eBay store or whatever. So
yeah, okay. It's been a while since I've seen it. I'm just trying to remember why he sold it.
And so she's like, you put this up on eBay, you earn all this money, so yeah, that's
honestly, he needed to live a little bit and find someone who would accept him for who he was. You can collect his stuff as an adult. I don't care.
But yeah, man, when I went back home in 2010 after I got out of the army, went back to my mom's house. One of the first things I looked at, I'm like, where are my toys?
Exactly. Well, gotta have our things. You call them toys. Somebody else. I mean, adult toys, not to be confused with adult toys. Adults have toys of some kind. You just don't call them toys. Somehow they're allowed. So, some things are allowed and some things aren't. Huh? F you. I'm gonna collect what I want.
Man, I want that freaking Yokozuna. I really wish I knew who to contact to make a Yokozuna figure.
Yeah, who's his family that could sell you his rights to make a? That would be a big deal.
But yeah, freaking Yokozuna. I mean, I would freaking kill to make Yokozuna right now.
Wow.
I mean, that is a dream figure of mine. So
Andre Blackheart. David remember seeing an Andre the Giant on Black card at the Lino Play World. But for some reason he didn't buy it. Never got it. Doesn't that suck? You want to go back now. So if you get a time machine, remember to go back to 1988 to go to the Lino Play World and you get it. I wasn't.
Morty, what the heck are you doing over there?
Wait till they're going. So bum you go back in time, but then wait for a clearance sale before you bought the LJNs. Like I say, even buying them MSRP because you're taking, 2026 money with you. So back then, an MSRP of what were they? Were they like $8 or $10 a piece? It's nothing nowadays, right? I mean, you'll spend $50 on a figure. Yeah, I think you need to.
Hey, Mustard. Hey man, that's the plan, bud.
Nintendo.
BBA made this really freaking sick poster of Butters, and I freaking want to. Like, I want to have a Butters action figure, but I'm not talking about something that's gonna be yay big. All right, if we make a Butters figure, it's got to be like that big, okay?
Okay.
It's not gonna be like, hey, here's BBA and here's like a little accessory that's gonna come with the figure. No,
like Matilda did. With
exactly.
Yeah, it's a nice little thing, but yeah, it is.
Butters has to be his own. It's got to be like a figure that's like yay big, and it's got to be its own packaging. So if these are gonna be like $100 figures, it's probably gonna be like a $35 figure or something. I mean, it's not gonna be anything like it's not gonna be a $100 figure by itself. But
I didn't think about that. It might be cheaper.
I mean, you're probably, but I mean, hey, it's full packaging, poster, the works. So I mean, it's still gonna be complete.
Bum's got a good idea. 2-pack, one Mad and one Sweet. I don't know. Is there a Mad Butters?
A Mad Butters.
Bob Backlund.
His channel is 100% Butters now. I mean, that's what John was saying earlier.
Oh, is that what he was maybe saying about what happened to his channel? It's all Butters.
But I don't know if somebody reported his channel or if that's just because he was, or if he was actually just making butter. Cause I watch all of BBA's videos, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I watch all his videos, all his live streams, and shorts and whatnot. But I mean, why would he not make videos about Butters? Butters is family, and that's you want to make videos about your family. I mean, I would make freaking videos of these darn cats, but these little suckers don't do anything special, except for freaking Morty, whose face is buried underneath my freaking door. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Looking for something or what?
I need to throw
Thinks he's got something over there.
I need to throw this at him. Hold on a second. That cat plays fetch.
Really? Morty gonna bring it to you?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be neat to have a cat that played fetch.
Hey, get back here. Fetch. Oh shit! I just slingshot that in the garbage can.
Oh, don't worry. But is Morty one not shy to get into the garbage?
He's looking at the garbage can. Poor guy.
Oh, got another one he can find.
Yeah, my wife leaves her little hair ties all over the place, and now I mean they got like 10,000 toys around the house, but they play with all of her hair ties.
Yep.
Now there's hair ties like all over the house.
You got toys, but instead hair ties and cardboard boxes and stuff. Yeah, bunny accessory for Bum would be good.
You have to make me a Bob Backlund. Oh my god, compo. Again, there's another one. Like, we got to do that one better, right? I would make Bob Backlund. Like, I would love to make a Bob Backlund and make it the right way. And we're not doing a B. Brian Blair Bob Backlund either. I don't know what pose I would put him in. Like, I look at the LJN line. I'm thinking, like, what pose would suit a Bob Backlund? I think a Greg Valentine pose would probably be the best suited pose for him.
Not Rick Rude. That'd be funny. Bob Backlund shaking his hips. You'd be like, That's Bob
I
Backlund.
mean, in all honesty, if you were to put him in a Rick Rude pose, that probably would have suited him a whole lot better. At least that rubber would have been a whole lot better. But gosh, the rubber that they used was just so bad. No, this as a Bob Backlund would have been perfect. You know, the manager of Bob Backlund, the suited Bob Backlund would have been fantastic. Even if you think about it this way,
Bob Backlund.
Yep.
Remember when he did that for a while?
But here's the thing, like, even with the bad rubber, if they use the same exact rubber, which was horrible, but if you were to put him in a suit instead of making him wrestler Bob Backlund with the blue trunks and the blue boots and put him in the suit, that early mid 90s Bob Backlund, that would have probably been an absolutely amazing figure. They could have kept the whole B. Brian Blair pose and everything. But because you actually saw the rubber, that's what made the figure even worse. Brother Love. I think Brother Love, the rubber on the Brother Love figure was really bad as well. But I absolutely love that figure. And I think the reason that figure was so amazing is because he was in a suit. And you couldn't see how bad the rubber was. But I have zero complaints about the Brother Love figure. In fact, the Brother Love figure is probably one of my all-time favorite Random Treasure figures.
Did you say I love the figure? I love
the Brother Love figure.
That's a great gimmick Pritchard came up with. That was a great gimmick. Brother Love was great. I like the idea of Lance came up with Flyhausen.
Flyhausen.
Well, if I could do his voice. Very evil, very nice. Flyhausen. Buy my shirt.
And
if any of you saw The Critic, the old John Lovitz Bumhausen, that would work. The Hausen would work with a lot of us, wouldn't it? BBA Hausen? Bastian Bughausen? Is that a thing? Topanga would be great for MRW.
Yeah, man.
Maniac Hausen?
Dave, I kind of feel like that Bob Backlund might be one of my, if not my least favorite LJN figure of all time. And if it is not my number one least favorite, actually,
that's really good.
When was I want to say 2024, or maybe it was 2023. I don't remember when. 23 or 24. I did a my least favorite LJN tournament, and I don't know where that figure placed, but I think that figure is like somewhere in the top 3, top 4 of my all-time least favorite LJNs ever made. And B. Brian Blair LJN is a fantastic figure. Pose is good for that figure. The rubber is great. Good sculpt on that figure, but it just did not work for the Backlund. And Backlund was a very generic looking figure. Barely looked like him. Like I said, it was just very generic. The brown hair was bad. The simplicity of the boots and trunks, it was just overall just very poor quality.
Yeah.
And for the price that they charged you, that should have been like a $15 to $20 figure. And knowing that you paid about $135, $140 on that, I mean, it was about the biggest ripoff. Just not recommended at all. And the sad thing is,
excuse me,
back in 2022, at the start of my channel, I did a shout out video. I did it for that Bob Backlund because I was ecstatic to get that Bob Backlund. Why was I ecstatic? It was a new figure. I mean, I completed my LJN collection, and it was just another figure to add to the collection, and I was happy to keep being able to expand on the collection and being able to keep collecting LJNs. But as I kept going and kept talking about the collections and the figures, the more I looked at it, the more I held it in my hand, talked about it, I realized how horrendous that piece was. So, and of course, being someone who wanted to collect being a completionist and wanting to own every single one, that's the tough part. Sometimes you buy really bad things that you're not happy with. And that was a really
top, and you bought all the other ones. It's like, can I skip one?
And that was
money tied up into it, and you're a completionist.
And that was a very early piece, but it was a really bad one.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah, David's agreeing with you. But I mean, the Bob Backlund cost $130. Felt like it was literally something you would have wanted a cheap carnival or wanted.
The
rubber was hideous. Compared to the $25 LJNs now. Mm-hmm. She made my boy meet world many a time. I want to, instead of reading that, I guess you can read that in the Danhausen voice, but I want to read it in the who is the guy? Very nice.
Boomhouse.
Damn, what was his name? Oh man, for $2, yeah, Boss Man, Haku, and Warrior for $2. She made my boy meet world many a time. Yeah, Borat. I couldn't think of the name. I wanted to read it in Borat's voice, but it could work with the Danhausen voice if I could do his voice.
Maybe yeah, Dave, I don't know if you even still buy from RT anymore, but I pretty much stopped. Like I said, once Owen Hart came out, I didn't buy Owen Hart, but that was the last one. Once Owen Hart came out, that was the last figure that I didn't purchase. Or excuse me, from Owen Hart onward, I stopped buying from the company, and it became too much. Obviously, the cost of the figures were ludicrous, and I had to start saving money, and when I just started, looking at the collection and just looking at all the paint chips on the figures, it just didn't make sense anymore for me to keep going. And I always said I was going to be a lifelong customer, but and Owen Hart was one I really wanted. The following, arms up Hulk Hogan, even though I hated the Ken Patera pose, I really wanted that figure. And they had like 3 different paint schemes of that Hulk Hogan that I really wanted. And I wanted all 3 different versions of it, but I didn't want to pay those prices. If they were cheaper, $50, $75, maybe. Yeah, absolutely. But $100+ every single time. And then I started buying figures on eBay. There's a seller on eBay, I forget his name, but I was getting them for like $75. I'm like,
that price.
And yeah, exactly. And that tells you tells you everything you need to know about these figures. You are only paying the $130+ from Etsy, from their website directly. If you go and you buy, hypothetically, let's say this is a Ram Treasures figure. You buy this figure, $130. It comes in the mail. You take it out. Bam. You take pictures. You put it up on eBay. Free shipping. You put it up on auction. 99-cent auction. Free shipping. 7 days later, it sells for like $50. Brand spanking new. Just arrived. No, clean, crisp. No paint loss. Nothing. That tells you the value of the figure. The only time you will pay that money is on Etsy. If you try to resell it, I'm not talking reselling it months later. I'm talking about immediately, the second you get it in. So it's
like when you drive off the car lot with your new car, immediately it's a used car now or something. Of course, is it Etsy charging the markup? Is it just the value on the secondary market?
No, it's just what they charge, what the seller's charging you.
Yeah.
So if you ever think that you're gonna buy one of these figures and that they're gonna hold value, it is just literally it is just that one site. It's the only time that you will ever find a custom with that type of value. Custom figures are not valuable.
Which is kind of also why you're wanting to avoid making custom figures, right? You want them to look like all the other ones, packaged, bubbled, card back, poster too.
Yeah, and me, people like me, people who collect customs, people like me are the only ones who value customs, who will pay up top dollar for customs. And I'm not talking about a customizer like a Ram Treasures who makes their own molds and stuff. I'm talking about someone who takes a Roddy Piper figure and repaints it, maybe repaints it like a black shirt. And then they put it on eBay for like $50.
Different.
I'll buy that. Or if they take a Outback Jack and they repaint it, the new, repaint the head. I'm not talking about cutting off the head. I'm talking about just painting off the head, and to make it look like Cactus Jack or something. And they put it on for like $50 to $75. I will buy that. And that's why my custom collection is so massive. I've been buying all those figures over the years.
Yeah.
And we're not talking cutting off heads and stuff. We're just talking about simple repaints of existing figures to make it look like other people.
Mm-hmm. It's a neat idea.
Yeah. So the only people that value that stuff is people like me who are interested in customs.
Yeah.
But if you were to resell it, is the actual value there for that? No. Mm-hmm. So
some people are only buying like the LJNs right now. There might not even be in the BRG, so they're not going to buy customs. Some people are, maybe we're only going to buy BRGs and LJNs. We're not even going to buy Latuni, right? And then some of us like me buy all three, but I haven't really looked much at the customs. It's hard enough keeping up with the non-custom stuff.
That's why something like this, that's why it was important for me to go through a actual factory to make legitimate figures, to make, again, something like a Latuni, like a Big Rubber Guys, like a Mattel, because I want legitimate figures. If we get like a Bastion Booger, like a Orient Express, like a Berserker, like a Max Moon, etc. When these guys come, I want to have legitimate signed wrestlers with actual licensing.
They all look like they could be sitting on a shelf at a Target or Walmart or Toys R Us or whatever.
Yeah. So, if you might have, actual good-looking figures that look like they came back from the 1980s, great, a lot of time, but they're not licensed figures. That she doesn't have the permission of the actual wrestlers.
Oh.
So, at least when I come out with the Bastion Booger, at least hey, I got the permission of the family. If I work with John from KWK, and later on, if I can get the Orient Express, and who's with the Orient Express, Max Moon, who I really want an LJN figure of. If I can get a John Nord Berserker or so forth, that I'm going to be working with them directly. They're going to get paid for said figures to be made and so on.
Well,
so
you're in with, is it Sean from KWK?
Yeah.
Have you asked him?
He talked to me about it. Like it wasn't just about me working with. What's that?
You wouldn't be competing with him, and they've got figures of both of those, so they must know how to get. Sign them.
Because his stuff is Hasbro.
Yeah.
Hasbro style. So I mean, me making figures in LJN style, it's it's a completely different line. So it wouldn't affect him directly.
I just curious if he could hook you up with Max and Berserker.
Yep, and it's not just about me going through him through his factory, but actually being able. What, you hungry?
I'll take some. What are we making?
What are we making?
Anybody else want anything in the chat? Extra mayo, please. Whatever. No. We DoorDash in? Yeah, we're making some food. We're gonna DoorDash some food. A little bit of both. No, I ate too much lunch.
Let me hit 2 hours, and we'll call it a night.
2 more hours, he meant.
So about 9:30.
Just kidding.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to about 9:30.
About 10, 13 minutes.
Yep.
So we did start a little bit later, didn't we?
Yeah.
How is Fox? In good
Well, it looks like she got his bandages off.
Okay.
He's moving around. And he was fussing in the car, but that's because he was in the cage. And I think they kept him caged up when he was in the hospital.
Tough on the kitty. Now he's back home, free range of the house, go around, explore the country. You're not free to move about the house.
Now Cubby is over here sniffing his butt, little pervert.
I don't know. Is this Fox? Yeah, smells like him. Okay.
Let's see what we got here compared to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, doing a lot of talk. Kelvin's here. He's got a few music choices for you if you wanted, but still talking also about the LJN style and like the Random Treasures at $130, and now you've got even Mattel into the mix with LJNs at $25. It's like, man, it's hard to justify I could buy 2 or 3 of the fanciest BR. I could even pay scalper prices for a BRG I missed and still come under $130. Maybe I finally pony up for that bloody Harley race or that bloody Ric Flair I don't have. I can pay. I think that's about the going rate for them on the secondary market, about 130, 150, something like that. I won't. I don't know if it's worth it. I'd like that bloody Harley, but you can't justify paying that money. Not yet. Maybe one of these days I'll give it. I'll get the right deal from.
Let's see.
Oh, and then Mustard was asking how you got hooked up with Booger.
Shoot, I'm trying to think back because I know I've been talking about him like as someone I wanted to create, and I think Peter had seen my postings, and he let me know that he used to work under Mike Shaw. That Mike Shaw was his trainer and whatnot, and that he worked under the Mike Shaw Legacy Foundation. And if I wanted to make a Bash the Booger figure, try and work with the foundation and get them paid, and that way I could try and work, create an LJN of him that way.
When's Mankind available? Now that I think about it, can we get Mankind? Or
that one, shoot, that I could only imagine how expensive that would probably be. I wanted Bushwhacker Luke, man. Like that was huge for Series 2. But excuse me, but damn. Like I was imagining if I could get Bushwhacker Luke, he could probably hook me up with the family of Butch as well. And how amazing would it be to have the Bushwhackers? Because you never got Bushwhackers for 89 like they should have been, right?
Yeah.
And to be the guy that released an authentic Bushwhacker tag team. Because if I got the Orient Express, if Sean can help me sign Orient Express,
which might be
my freaking guy. I mean, how legit could it be having Orient Express and the Bushwhackers? But here is the big question. I know we only got about 10 minutes remaining, guys, so I want somebody to help me to think about this. Orient Express, if I get those guys, or it doesn't have to be Orient Express, it's literally any tag team. Do I put them on individual card, or do I try to find a way to go the LJN route and have them in a actual 2-pack box set like the original LJNs?
That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Because I personally would rather have them on single card because I don't want that big old box because I have OCD and I want everything to be dressed. But I don't know, man. That I think the idea of having them in a package together would be incredible. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
Could you somehow have a box where both of the figures on card go into it, so you could have your cake and eat it too? You could eat the box to take the cards out, right? So you kind of got both somehow. I don't know. I'm trying to think outside. Outside the box, if you will. Yeah, it's an interesting conundrum because you're right. They don't quite fit on the shelves and stuff the same, do they? As the Unbubble on card.
Oh man, how did you get? Oh God, saw that already.
That's a good question. Yeah, maybe kept in touch. Did Luke never respond to you then? Or is
he personally never did. His representative did, and like I reached out a few times, and like they responded like 5 days later, and then like it was like another 9 days later after that, and he's like, we wouldn't be interested. I tried giving him the same. Oh, thank you, baby, but I can't eat this right now.
Food? Oh, you got about 7 minutes.
Thank you.
Extra mayo on whatever it is.
But I tried giving them the same offer that we did for Bash and Booger, and it didn't work out. So
they didn't even try to counter, or that imply their counter is way high, right? Like if you have $5 and they want $1 million or something, you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that if that was unacceptable, I could only imagine what Mick Foley would cost.
Oh.
So when people were throwing out like $50,000 to sign, Mankind, I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. Like they're probably thinking like Mattel money. I'm like, I can't. Like that's not physically possible. Like I'm not I don't have Mankind money.
Do you think it's only 50 grand? I wonder how much it would be. Might even be more than that. Who knows, right? Because he would sell figures. Somebody like Mankind or Mick Foley or. I wonder how much. Never really thought about that. And then how many figures you'd have to sell to make that back then. I'm getting tired all of a sudden. I think I woke up too early this morning. I was surprised it was good, but I got to, in honor of St. Patrick's Day. I'm not a big Irish whiskey fan, but they had them on sale, some Jameson Irish whiskey. And this is actually surprisingly good. The orange Jameson, even though it's less alcoholic, it's got a nice orange flavor to it. I've never bought it before. I finally bought some, and I enjoyed it tonight. Like I said, I'm not a big Irish whiskey fan. And this one isn't bad for Irish whiskey. It's a triple distilled, triple cask. They call it a triple. It's also Jameson.
Oh, nice.
I remember in college, Jameson would be a nice, cheap drink. And I thought I liked it, but then as I grew up, I started hating most Irish whiskeys I ever tried. So I tried one, I think, last year, and it wasn't bad, but I can't remember what it was. I just don't drink enough Irish whiskey to care. But I'm like, well, I had made corned beef this week. I'm going to make another one next week. That turned out real well. I'm kind of embracing the St. Patrick's Day a bit. But this orange one's really good. I'm not sure why they thought of orange-flavored Irish whiskey, but it tastes pretty good.
Nice so, Bum, he did
the
Black Robes
bad company.
Orient Express the other day. And you mentioned that there was a couple other variants that KWK released. And I didn't even see the Orient Express. What was it? KWKbrand.com? Is that where they're at?
Was it shopkwk.com? Well, for us in the United States, you'd probably buy from J&J Figures or whatever. But yeah, was it like shopkwk.com, something like that? Because they're, I think, headquartered in the UK, so you'd want to buy from J&J if you did buy the figures. But
because if there's different variations, because here's the problem I've talked about. I don't want to do money grabs, right? But if we end up having no choice but to do variations, I don't want to come out with a series 1 release of X amount of figures. Let's say 4 figures, and let's say we do Bone Brick. Because we have Bone Brick in action, let's talk about him.
There you go, Shop KWK.
All right. BBA has 3 specific masks that he wears on his YouTube channel.
Well, so that's pretty easy variants right there. You need to have the 3. You got it.
And we know that we're doing the green mask. That's the primary. But let's say we want to come out with the purple mask and we want to come out with the mixed, red green mask. Okay, that's 3 figures we could make. I don't want to come out with 3 variants right off the bat immediately, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do I say, okay, here's series 3, re-release this exact same figure with purple mask? Or do I say, okay, I want to wait until series 5, series 6, if we make it that far, reuse this mold and then come out with a purple mask or that red and green mask and still use this mold? That way BBA still gets 2 figures, we still use the same mold, and we get 2 variations. And that way you're still saving money, and buyers are getting another figure, but they're not getting the same figure immediately right after.
Yeah.
You weren't getting like that Ric Flair, blue trunks. You were not getting that purple trunks, but bloody Ric Flair. You're not getting that red trunks and that green trunks Ric Flair, like one right after the other. So what I call a money grab, because it's why you releasing these all simultaneously right after the other. It's like, and then why are they all the exact same price? If you already made your money off that first figure, so you could reduce the price on some of these. I think some of them are actually more expensive than the others. Like I think the green trunks was actually more expensive than the purple, or maybe the green trunks was more expensive than the blue, or something like that. So it's like it didn't make sense the way that they do the pricing. And I always say, man, like if I'm going to do variations of the exact same figure, I'm probably going to cut the price down. So if I do $100 on this figure and I re-release the exact same figure, I'm probably going to do like $75 on the second figure, maybe $50 on the second figure, something like that.
Because you recoup the cost of the mold and stuff, you can charge a little bit less, and then you don't feel.
I mean, that's the goal, because I want customer satisfaction, number 1, and number 2, I want my customers to be repeat buyers. And screwing my customers over to me, that's not good business.
Right. No. Plus, they won't come back.
But I feel like a lot of people that support big rubber guys, they're like, oh well, these guys are professional wrestlers. I'm going to glaze the hell out of them and I'm going to buy their stuff no matter what. And I don't have that ability. I can't do that. I can't make that same argument. So I have to appeal to my buyers in other ways.
The variants definitely make sense for him, but you also don't want to have like half of your first figures to all be 2 or 3 different variants of BBA, like you're saying. Like come up with 3 or 4 different figures, then maybe you come around with another variant so you can mix it up a bit. Like if BRG started and all they had were 3 or 4 Ric Flair variants and an Andre the Giant, people would be kind of like, "Oh, this is a joke company." Right? They had to come out with a few different figures first, and then, okay, now we can do another Andre, another Ric Flair. We've had Demolition now and these other guys. Oh, what's the KWK website? Is that separate from Shop KWK? So I was looking at Shop KWK and they're listed in US dollars, so maybe you can buy them. I'm just going through the motions because what's interesting is the Bull Nakano, it's a little cheaper than J&J. I think even with, they don't going to charge shipping. But anyway, I can always look at that later. But I'm kind of interested. Like, for some reason, I wrote it off. Oh boy, okay. I don't know where they ship. Yeah, no, it's shipped international. Because I looked, and so this $29 Bull Nakano figure is going to cost $23 to ship. So yeah, it's shipped international. Shop KWK. I was right. It's a little too cost prohibitive. USA fast shipping, $23.60. USA fast shipping takes 2 to 3 weeks. They even say you can also purchase from a US distributors, jjfigures.com or the Asylum Wrestling Store. I forgot about them. Or on eBay, Square and Circle Toys. I don't know who they are.
Oh. Yeah, Mustard. If you actually look at it, his profile does say he was trained by Mike Shaw. I don't know if it's on his actual Facebook page or somewhere, but I mean, I've seen it somewhere. Maybe on Google or something, or maybe on the Mike Shaw Legacy Foundation page or somewhere. But he does have it somewhere listed.
Facebook or YouTube.
But yeah. But guys, at this point, we're on for 2 hours.
You made it.
And I am going to cash it in for the night. I'm going to spend the rest of the night with the wife. And
once again, we lose to your wife.
Yep, and I'm going to spend some time with the boy because I haven't seen him in 2 days, and I know he wants to sit on my lap. So.
Oh, nice. Help you eat dinner.
Hey, Bubba.
Bubba.
You chilling? Come here, Bubba. Fox. Hey. Turn around. Come here, Bubba.
We have a Fox sighting before we sign off.
Fox. Psst. Turn around, Bubba. Yeah, he's ignoring me. He's probably thought I betrayed him.
Is he still angry? Yeah. You just brought me home 2 hours ago. I'm not over it yet.
I mean, he was on my lap 2 days ago. I picked him up, put him in the kettle, and then I took him to the hospital and gave him away. So he probably thinks I betrayed him.
Yeah, he knows what happens when he's on your lap. On my lap, go to the vet. I see how it is. But that's cool.
Come here, boy. Come here, boy.
I'm sure we've seen Fox. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got Fox back.
Oh, it's hey, Papa. You want to say hi? Oh, you do smell good. They gave you something.
Give him a bath or something today or something? Or
no, he just smells good.
Huh.
You want to say hi to the people?
Looking off to the side like, oh, am I going to the vet again? What's going on here?
Say hi to the people, Bubba.
Looks so sad.
You sad, Bubba?
Doesn't he like you're looking down? Oh, there we go. Hello.
Here's my little baby.
Your wedding baby. Yeah. Right?
Oh, burpee baby.
Glad to see Dad.
Mhm.
Glad to be home.
It's a burpee, baby.
Looks pretty good. You said he's 21.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some cats. I mean, I think probably the eldest cat I ever had was 17 or 18, and he looked a lot older than that. Of course, he was an outdoor cat, so that probably did.
Yeah.
Ever since we had him, he always wanted to go outdoors, and we finally gave up. We're like, okay, come back periodically. So, which is not the same. I mean, you'd see him and you feed him and stuff, and then you would go days, weeks. It's like, do I really have a pet at this point? I don't know that I do. But then there's no key litter box to take care of. I guess he just pooed out in the wild somewhere. Hairballs in people's yards. I don't know what he did. Every once in a while, we'll bring back a bird or something. That was always fun.
Freaking Morty's over here. I swear to God, Morty is so freaking jealous because Morty wants to be my only little baby, but he doesn't realize that Fox has been my baby for 21 years.
The OG baby.
So you know, he doesn't understand that Fox is the most special one. Hey,
there we go.
Excuse me, sir.
What are we seeing now? Is this Morty?
Don't step on my food.
Well, if you're not going to eat it, I'm going to see what it's about. Who was that?
Yeah, that was Morty.
Yeah. Like, what? Well, Fox is getting the attention. Where's mine?
All right, guys. I'm a head out for the night. And so I'll appreciate you joining me for the show, man.
Thanks for
to all the viewers, guys. Thanks again for tuning in, for the comments. You guys are rock, man, as always. And please be sure to tune in Monday, 7:00. And I'm gonna try and get a video out tomorrow, guys. And try to do a review on the Big Rubber guys.
Look for it.
Pretty much already said what I wanted to say for him, but maybe I can add a little bit more, something else. So we'll see what happens.
Well, and you have the other figures to compare to. Like here's the earlier figure, maybe bring in a Latuni AJ figure or something, right? You can compare it to a bunch of other stuff you don't have available to you. It'll be good.
All right, guys. Thanks again, and talk to you guys soon. Good night, everybody.